Morning. Give me 1 sec. I need to finish here. Hope you all had a good weekend. I think out of all the setups, this is the one I've enjoyed the most over the months. It's not perfect. Maybe we need to like higher up these That'd be a lot better, no? I feel pretty natural. This is pretty great. Maybe this I can put here. I need to find like some tripods. I already have tripods though. Maybe I could. Maybe I could. Ooh. Today, folks, we have Twitch chat, but it's not layered properly. How do I go layer? Order. Move to top. Oh. Oh, I have stream elements on my chat now. Okay. Move to top. Okay, it's because there's no chats, right? Scene. Where's the goddamn thing? Maybe not. Maybe there's just no chat. Okay. Gotta make ourselves a little smaller. We did have something for order. Move to the top. That don't look too good. Maybe if one of you chats, we'll see it, but I don't know. That doesn't look too good. Twitch chat. And scene here. Ooh. Maybe I did something wrong. It's okay. I don't think it will change us too much. I think I was able to add the chat here, but we'll see. We'll see if it appears. All right. Pre-stream, taking a break. Cool. Cool. All right, so we got this. Just move this a little bit further away. So, folks, I did try to learn Burp on the machine. It was yeah, I didn't have a lot of time, so we're not very familiar with Burp still. Kind of get what it's for, but the David Bhopal was the best course, so I think we're gonna keep doing this on the side, trying to learn how it works. We can also, after a while, after an hour, what I'm thinking around 7 o'clock, we can make this. We can start looking at the. So the reason why we got into Burp in the first place, is because of the box that we were trying to do on Trying to Hack Me, Year of the Rabbit, and apparently you need to go on Burp Suite for it. So if we need to go on Burp Suite, then I thought might as well get into Burp. Into Burp. If we're going to get on Burp Suite, might as well just like learn about it, not just. But I think we can, like from the start where it starts to get a bit tricky, we can look at the write-ups of this box. I think it's okay. It is 6:10 my time. No, it is not Friday. Damn it! It sucks at picking up time, huh? If I restart it, it usually works. But wait, no, I restarted yesterday. I think. I don't know why it's not working. Today's the 17th. Holy moly. Today's the 17th. Okay, everything works, so it doesn't matter a ton. So in 1 hour, we'll look at the write-ups on this. If you don't mind, folks, I'm just going to get some water, a glass of water, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Delicious. Cool, folks. So let's get into it. We are now in this Burp Suite for discovery, web applications. Okay, yeah, so we learned different things about Burp Suite. So what do we know about Burp Suite so far? Burp Suite is for discovering how web applications work. Okay. Target is where you choose the things you want to log. It is a good place to start. It's a good place to start in general. Okay. Intercept should be off for most instances. You can add proxy for creating a proxy. It can take IP address, port, and credentials. You can select different. You can select among different proxies. For Burp Suite to work with HTTPS, you need to Burp Suite to use HTTP Burp Suite. Don't work, check when needed. So yeah, the video is 2 years old, so we don't know if Burp Suite still requires this nowadays to have a certification, right? SSL certificate? I think it's with a, yeah, TLS certificate? Some kind of certificate. Clearing history is a good idea. Cluttering seems to be a real issue. Okay, Burp is designed not only to take what to see what is going on in the web app, but also has the ability to modify its behavior. Ooh, this is what we like. Honestly, I think Burp Suite is a really cool tool. I think it sounds like a really fun tool. It's just that we have to get into it a little bit more. So I suggest that we go back to the video we were on before. I tried to go at other ones. It just didn't work that well because they were not in the right language. 1 hour ago. Already 4K listening. Dark web in Bangla. Oh. That's a cool transition. Into the microphone. Dark web. Anyway. Wait, I put Bangla. This is why. What the heck? No. Did I? Oh yeah, I looked for this I don't know, this a YouTuber. Alright, Burp Suite tutorial. David. I like my David's one yesterday. Hacking websites with Burp Suite. So we already started quite a bit. And we have ad block, so we're good.
Should have grabbed that information. I should be able to go to Burp
Right, you don't hear well? Me neither.
And under the proxy tab, you'll see an HTTP history, right? And I'll see all the requests that it has been made, that my browser has been making. You can see the Firefox settings are in there, and anything else. So you can see how that can start to get very filled up. And I don't really want that. So it's going to send me back over to my target. And now inside of there, you can see I've got my target showing up. And I can choose what I want. So I can click on it, highlight it, right click, and say add to scope. Once I do that, I'll get this little...
Folks, I suggest on the same time we go back to our try to hack me instance. Try to behave a bit like he's doing. This dude. It should take 45 minutes. We've been on it for 4 days. All right, 3 days maybe? I don't know. Starting machine, please wait. Virtual machine started, task complete. Ooh. I get a chest of ones and zeros. That's really cool. I wonder if it's weird I don't need to log into anything. No. It makes sense. They kept my session cookie active and everything. Cool, folks. Hope everyone had a nice weekend, or is having a nice weekend if you're watching this on a Sunday. I did. I'm happy to come back, or even. I like hanging out with you folks, learning a little bit. I like my job too. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind a little bit more resting, but I am happy to see you folks. I don't feel like I need the resting right now. I know some people do. It's a tough end of the year for corporate in general. All right. Says start machine. Okay, I see the IP address now. We didn't need to refresh, but hey, we do anyway. Let's call it best practice. All right. This is our target IP. I think we're connected onto this wish, the VPN. So yeah, we're good. Expires in this much. Whoa. They're very generous with their time. Maybe it's because my time's fucked up. But, oh well. We'll see. All right. Control V. All right, this is, wait, I forgot what we copied, but I knew it was important. All right, this should be easy. What does this mean? Complete the room to receive echo-powered feedback on your actions. Ooh. Okay, so we have an IP address. We want to use it through Burp Suite. Does that make sense? Oh, we have Burp open. Okay, so we need to fix a target. Pro version only. How about we okay, so here we run Google. I think 10. Wow, that's a lot of stuff there, huh? Dashboard. Yeah, I feel like we need to go back to the start and figure out where we type in the stuff. Unless you folks want to share. New scan. Can I do that? Upgrade. Why would I? Because I mean, new live task. Ah, okay. Scope detail, live passive crawl. Sure, let's do it. Proxy repeater intruder, URL scope everything. Next. Scan configuration, sure. Okay, save. Where do I input the IP address? My target. This is interesting. New task, new scan. Okay, no. Capturing. Scan configuration. Hey, I just met you. All right, what are we doing? All right, let's start here.
Hack certain things. We want to take a look at what Burp Suite can do and some of the functionality that it has. So that's why I choose certain things when it comes to our demonstration purposes. BWAP is going to be great for this because it has a lot of different like OWASP vulnerabilities that we can kind of look at and just play around with as far as how Burp Suite might help us with this. So that's why we're using BWAP for this demo.
That's great. Go for it. I don't want to stop you.
Okay, well, let's jump in here. I've already got the browser up and running, so it's running the BWAP. I have my IP ingestion, everything put into, or the URL into the address bar. I'm just going to move that out of the way for right now. And since I'm in Kali, if I want to start Burp Suite, I just hit the little icon and start typing burp, and it's usually the first one that comes back. So you might be thinking, well, I think I know how to start Burp Suite, right? But I have everything connected to the internet. So Burp is going to act normally like it would if you were actually testing a live application that would be out on the internet. So you can see it's like complaining about the Java runtime environment appears to be 11. So you might see stuff like this if this is your first rodeo. I'm just kind of giving you that real look into how this thing works. So I'm just going to
rather assume no knowledge. It's better that way.
Right. I don't want to assume anybody's level of expectation. And it's telling me, even though I just installed Kali and I ran all the updates, that it still has an update rating. Maybe this just came out. But I won't update, but you might see this. And if you want to, this would be a great time, an easy way for you to do an update. You could update now, and you could update it to the latest version. And it's telling that there is persistable intruder attacks and small improvements. We'll get to that later. So, yes, I want to exit the wizard. Oh, no.
Okay, so we're about in the same place, right?
What am I doing? All right, this brings us to our project
Luckily
page.
for our eyes, we have
if you wanted to have multiple
dark.
different testings going on, you can kind of save them as projects. It's very helpful for us to be able to go, well, I don't want to have to reinvent the wheel and go back and get all that information that I got before in the same way that I did it. I can just save it as a project, and there you go. For right now, I'm just going to use a temporary project. I don't think I have project capabilities. Yeah, you'll note disk-based projects are only supported in Burp Suite Professional. That brings us to our very first kind of a ding against the community standard or the community version. It doesn't allow you to save projects. You can only do temporary projects. But if I've got that pay for pro version, I would be able to save this and keep those projects. If I was working on multiple projects, I would have that capability. All right,
Nice.
so I'm just
Show me
gonna
how
hit
it
next,
works.
because that's all I can do. Then you have configuration files. If you have some way to configure it, we do have that option here. So if you have some configuration files that you wanted to set things just right, maybe you're migrating from one machine to another, you wanted to load this up, that would bring all your sweet stuff that you love so much along with you, along the ride for you. But we're going straight out of the box, just like it was, standard operating procedure. Bring it and it starts going. All right, so starting to build the project. It's going to launch the GUI here in just a moment. And when it does, you'll see there's a lot of stuff. And
Yeah, there is.
It is definitely can kind of feel overwhelming. We've got a bunch of tabs
Yeah,
at the top here that have very cryptic naming conventions that probably don't mean a whole lot to anybody that's never worked with this before. So we're going to kind of work a little our way through that, kind of define some of the more common tabs that you'll be working with if you are going to play around with Burp Suite and have it be useful for you. Here is just the dashboard, so it kind of gives you some information on what's going on here. But really, one best place to start is going to be at the target. So this is where you actually choose the information that you want to log, that you want to work with, because otherwise it's going to do everything, okay? Any website that your browser that is hooked into Burp Suites looks for, reaches out to, it's going to start throwing it in here. And that can be a lot. If you have a bunch of tabs open, it's going to just start filling up with crazy data, because you got to remember, a lot of dynamic websites, they're constantly reaching out and phoning home and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Burp Suite's going to be indiscriminate out of the box and say,
folks, let's go on Burp Suite and try to figure out a little bit what we're looking for here. Just like let's explore a little bit before we get back to the tutorial if required. I don't think we need a proxy or anything like this. This would be a medium box, I would assume, not an easy one. So let's see what's going on here. We have a cookie ID. Secure ends. Okay, that's good, I guess. What could we do with the cookie ID? We couldn't SSH no into it or anything. It's for a web app, so not a brand, Linux, acceptable language, Mozilla, Apple WebKit, KHTML, like Gecko, Chrome, Safari. Gzip deflate. Okay, I don't think anything is interesting here. Gzip accept encoding. Deflate brr. Priority keep drive. Okay, Google. Why are we on google.com? Oh, this is the host. There's also Dark Reader. I don't know what darkreader.org does. Max H0, Mozilla 5.0. Okay. Chrome. Okay, these are maybe the minimum required. Minimum required versions of each browser. Chrome, Safari, AppleKit, Mozilla. Accept all. Okay. Sec fetch mode, of course. Empty, active, deflate, brr. All right, let's go here. Okay, here's all the things that it's doing. Time request. Okay, 8:15 according to ours. Okay. Ooh, wow, we see all the Apache2.conf. User bin Apache2, user share var www, HTML indexed. Okay. Is there anything that stands out to you folks? Do you see anything special? I don't really. It's funny. Wait, how does it know that everything like this exists already? I guess it doesn't. Manual user var. Nothing stands out to me. What do you think is going on, folks? But we know it's part of the answer. We know it's part of the answer. Maybe, do we keep going through it? Maybe that wasn't part of the answer, actually. Maybe they just tried it, but just to show that they did it, but nothing else. Sec fetch document, gzip deflates, close. I don't think anything particular. I mean, I never know what things I don't know what things should look like, so it's kind of hard to say if nothing's abnormal. But folks, if you do know, feel free to speak out.
I don't know that you don't want this, so I'm going to start grabbing it, right? The other place to start also is this proxy tab. And you'll notice by default, you have this little lovely thing right here that says the intercept is on. You'll notice it just grabbed a request that my browser is making because my browser is already hooked into Burp Suite. It's waiting to basically filter every request that it makes through that proxy. I have that set up. Now you can do that manually through your browser's proxy settings, or I use a plugin called Foxy Proxy, which makes it super easy. And I can kind of show you that really quickly in just a second. But
yeah, that'd be great.
I highly recommend turning that off like first thing. Just run over there and turn the interceptor off, because otherwise it's just going to start. You're not going to get very far. You're going to be like, why isn't anything working? So you definitely want to turn that off right out of the gate. All right. Once that's done, then you can kind of find where you want to land as far as your target goes, make some requests to the target, and then add the target to the scope. So let's go to Foxy Proxy first to show you how I did that. I believe Foxy Proxy has, it's a plugin for both Firefox and Chrome-based browsers. So whatever browser you got, do a search for Foxy Proxy. It'll probably return with, hey, Foxy Proxy add-in for Chrome or Foxy Proxy add-in for Firefox. Click it, hit the install button. It should be good to go. Once you have that installed, let me do this here. Let me get my zoom feature going here so we can kind of take a look at it. It's a little tiny, crazy thing. But it's right there. You can see it looks like a little fox, and mine says Burp, right? And that's because if I click on it, I have all these different types of proxies that I've created inside of Foxy Proxy. If I want, I can go to options, and that'll take me to that page. And I got to get on here. There we go. And you can see it right here. This is where you can add these things to. So if I want to add one, I could go add. You would put in, okay, I want it to be Burp 2 or whatever it is, the type of proxy that you wish to use. And I'll just go HTTP. Then you give it the IP address. Since it's running locally, it'll be 127.0.0.1. Give it the port number. By default, Burp Suite runs on port 8080, which is the default proxy port for just about any proxy. So that's a well-known port. There you go.
Do we want to do a proxy? I think it'd be pretty useful, no? I'd say let's do it. Foxy Proxy. Let's see what we can find with Foxy. Foxy Proxy. Standard. Recommended. Is it open source advanced proxy management? I think that's what we're into. There's a lot of Foxy things. Foxy Proxy, 200,000 downloads. Users, maybe there's more. All right, was added. Cool. Can I pin to taskbar? Yes. Toolbar. Disabled. Okay, let's do a new proxy. Options. Okay. Proxies. Can we create one? Add. Title. They didn't go into that, no? Or they did? Add a proxy. Yes, they do actually. HTTP host. Let's go back a bit.
That I've created inside of Foxy Proxy. If I want, I can go to options, and that'll take me to that page. And I gotta get in here. There we go. And you can see it right here. This is where you can add these things to. So if I want to add one, I can go add. You would put in, okay, I want it to be Burp 2 or whatever it is, the type of proxy that you wish to use. And I'll just go HTTP. Then you give it the IP address. Since it's running locally, it'll be 127.0.0.1.
Should I put probably we should put our target ID or IP, no?
The port number.
But I mean, it is running
Burp,
locally.
Suite runs on port 8080, which is the default proxy port. Or just
let's just do what he's doing. I think this is the correct path. All right, so country. Just say Spain, no? This is where we are, so. All right, you type Spain, but it's not working. QRS. I think we're one of the last ones in the list. Sudan. Okay, never mind. There's a lot. There's a lot of us countries. I think it's the most common one. City. Okay, I'm not gonna give everything there. I don't think we need all that. Title. Year of the Rabbit. So it's kind of like. All right, port 8080. Username, password. Do we need to say that? Ping. Network error when tap edge said, okay, wow. Ah, yeah, host name. Okay, that's right. 127.0.0.1. Save. Ping. That should work a bit better. 38 meg. Okay, it works or test. It says this one. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we got a proxy. I just hope we got a proxy. Oh, that's dark. That's bright. Foxy proxy. Cool. Dark reader. Ad blocker ultimate. Nice. Okay, cool. So we're here. We got Foxy proxy. Let's enable it for. All right, let's see what else he does.
About any proxy. So that's a well-known port. There you go. If you have any kind of username or authentication thing going on, you can add that stuff. And then you just hit save. And now I have Burp 2 up there, right? So once I want to use that, I go back up to my little corner office over here, and I guess you should zoom back in. I click it, and I choose which one I want. So if I choose Burp 2, you'll see the check mark goes there, and now it will be using those.
This is easier to navigate.
My browser, and that makes it easy for me to turn it off when I don't want it. So if it's grabbing information I don't want it to grab, or it's interfering with some sort of normal web requests I want to make, I can just turn it off really quickly. And then when I want to go back to Burp Suite, I choose the one I want, and I hit OK, and I'm good. Right? So that's proxy.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely makes your life super easy, because going into the browser settings and the preferences and finding the network area and the proxy, okay, put that in, type all that stuff, save those settings, and going back and forth between that is just a nightmare. Foxy Proxy makes that process just so much more seamless. So let's see here. Let's get back into this lovely little device. Now that we understand Foxy Proxy and what's going on there. Now I have my web application. So what do I want to do? I want to start making requests. So I'm just going to kind of refresh this page so that it re-requests the page. Now, because I'm proxying, it should have grabbed that information. I should be able to go to Burp Suites, and under the proxy tab, you'll see an HTTP history, right? And I'll see all
All
the
right,
requests.
proxy, we can see the history, HTTP history. Okay, cool. So let's turn it on and refresh the page, I guess. Where's the page? This is the page. No, the page is over there. Oh, wait. We didn't have it on to here. Burp Suite, oopsies. Wait, do we not have it? Oh, fudge. Maybe we needed it on there, not on Chrome. Foxy proxy, okay. Add to Chrome? Well, people don't like it that much. Okay, so it's here. Has been added to Chromium. I wonder what Chromium is. Alright, so let's pin to taskbar. Burp Suite, okay, Foxy Proxy, let's pin you. Pin to toolbar, okay. Now let's create a new one. Disable, enable. Options. Proxies. Add. Burp. 1. Hostname 1.127.0.0.1. HTTP. I guess so. Port 8080. Is that enough? I would think so, no? I wonder what this does really. Creates proxies. Alright, so let's connect to this. Burp. And can we see here through proxy? Open browser. Intercept is off. Let's try to turn it on. See what happens. Proxy intercept. Okay. Looks like it got the same thing as earlier. Request attributes, request cookies. NID. What is that? A session ID? Value decoded from this. Okay, so it doesn't actually change anything here. URL encoding. God, this is confusing. HTTP history. 200, 404. Okay, so favicon. The icon. Wow, so one thing got it. Get favicon the icon. Huh. Get extension. Well, we know this. Wow, this is pretty detailed, huh? I'm not sure how we got this. Did it go through the Foxy proxy? Did it work, that part? I mean, listener 8080. That's the port we set, but maybe it's a default one. JSON warm up that HTML. Google statistics. So many things. Moved. Apache Debian get. Folks, I know we said that we'd wait until 7 a.m. to view the answer sheet. I think it makes sense to go a little bit like right now and see what we have to find a bit. Where's Worm GPT? Okay, so let's go into the write-ups. We found a pretty good write-up earlier. Start attack box. No. Options. Write-ups. There they are. And we used this dude that was wearing a suit. Because duh. Medium cannot connect. Oh yeah, it's probably the time issue, Ken. Your computer clock is wrong. Are you saying I'm wrong? How do I edit this? There's a time and date feature. Time and date. Now Europe. Unlock. Cool. Today is Monday. Monday, and it is, might as well, just 6:42. Lock. Lows. Cool. Yep, worked. Try again. Let's hope it didn't screw up to try to hack me. Yep. Yep, it worked because I changed the time. Something happened, I think. Yeah, now it's like, what the fuck, are you time traveling? And yes, we are, folks. Start machine. Can you hack into the year of the rabbit box without falling down a hole? Oh, okay, we have it here. 574. Add 1 hour. Okay, 574 was the one that we had before, no? $574 is the one we had before. Okay, cool. So let's look at the write-ups here. Did not connect. Clock is wrong. Still wrong? No, we have it here. Try to hack me. I don't really like the name Try Hack Me. It's missing a 2 or something. Try Hack Me. Sounds like a Russian giving you a challenge. I'm saying this because people in Eastern Europe, from experience learning Polish, is they don't use the or a as much. In their language, it's more contextual. Their languages tend to be in Eastern Europe a bit more contextual, and they don't use the, a, and stuff like this as much. So yeah, this is why they miss things like the and all. All right, cool. All right, since FTP is open, we can try to connect anonymously to the service. Okay, we did all this, folks. We did try to connect anonymously. So apparently there was another way we can do it, which is to turn off the JavaScript as well. It's something you can do. Love it when people book JavaScript, make sure it's happening, you like it or not. The hint is in the video. If you're stuck here, then you're going to have a bite the bullet. Make sure your audio is turned on. Okay. It's turned up. Where can we see a hidden file? Okay, it's not super helpful. Let's see what's happening when forwarding the request made using Burp Suite. Okay, we can turn on Foxy Proxy and travel to the directory. So Foxy Proxy was indeed necessary. They go to get super. Okay, so let's see what we have in our Burp here. So apparently we're supposed to get super. Okay, so intercept is on. Forward drop. How's this an easy box, folks? Maybe later I'll get it better. All right, get category. No. Intercept is on HTTP history. Where's this cutie on? request to the web directory. Okay. There's one that says super. What the fuck? Dark reader. There's a super somewhere with a super 3. How are we supposed to know that this is not usual? I guess after you see it for a while. And so do I. I just want to tell you what I'm feeling. Me know the rules and so do I. Alright, okay, get super. Proxy requested this on port 80. Oh man, okay, Inset is on top of 12, okay. Yeah, it didn't really do Foxy Proxy, but doesn't matter, no? Or maybe it is Foxy Proxy. Okay, let's just stick to that. Match and replace. Okay, can we search for something? Control F. Intercept. Okay, so we're supposed to notice that there's a get super something. My god. What the fuck? How do I search into this? Forward intercept is on. Okay, there's few requests. Warm up Google. Okay. Supposed to see get. Post. Okay, there's one request that's get. Get Chrome. No. User Gen 2204. No. Fuck. Host 10.10.116.0. User agent. Okay. Folks, this is challenging. Get super. How do we go about this? Super. Intercept is on raw hex. Get super. I have no clue. Where is it? We can start Burp Suite, turn on Foxy Proxy, and travel to the directory. What directory? Click OK. We're sent to the Rickroll view to video. Let's disable JavaScript and go to directory again. I disable it using U block origin. It's not super helpful. Let's see what's happening when we request. When the request is made using Burp Suite. We can start. Okay, so you want to do the same thing. You can see a hidden directory. Okay, so we're not going directly to. We're going to super. I think we saw that. Okay, yeah, we did see that in the CSS. Okay, I just remembered a bit. Were my notes. All right, let's go over there. All right, folks, we're getting somewhere. Box, definite information gathering. Was it moving around Linux? John the Ripper. Web hacking. Try to hack me on 13. Wow, that was 4 days ago. Okay. HTA, we have all these. Which one was it that we went down on? What do we see we saw the CSS where? Let's just go to the application and see the CSS, no? Just wanna tell you. I'm pretty sure that there was a. There was one that's maybe assets or something. You could see the CSS. Yeah, it was assets. And folks, remember we got here. I don't remember how we did it. I think we might have enumerated, done a go buster on it. Yeah, this one doesn't work anymore, this IP address. We need to put the new one. Do we have it? This one should work better. Okay. Rickroll.mv4 style.css. Okay, nice to see someone checking the style sheets. Have a look at this. Super secret flag. Is it here? Do we have to have this the after assets? No. Turn off your JavaScript.
En Black Friday, ¿quién va a fijarse en Marina sobre un...
Just a little bit of rickrolling. You can tell from the popularity, people were watching the beginning very much and then close it. I think it might be because they got rickrolled. Just starts telling you like, fuck this. So where do we go from here? We should get something mu origin, I think, so that mu origin, because then we will be able to turn on the JavaScript. There for so long. How do we do mute to disable U block? What do we want to do here? Settings. U blocks. Hide settings filter list. Oh, what the fuck? That's super deep. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT on this. I don't want to spend too much time on this. How can I get mu origin to block CSS or what? PHP or no? To block JS JavaScript on a web page. Just wanna make it when I'm feeling. Disable JavaScript for a specific white site. Click on click the toggle JS button. All right. Where's the JS button? Don't see that. Am I clicking the wrong one? Ad blocker. Wait. This is it, no? Yeah. More. Is there a JavaScript here? To block all pop-ups. To block large media elements. Cosmetic. There we go. Okay. All right. Here. Do this. And refresh. I didn't find it. How? Yeah, because we don't need assets here. All right, so we have it turned off. Oh, quickly, it shifted back to the Rickroll for some reason. What does this mean? Make sure changes are permanent. No, man, what the fuck? Word advice, turn off your JavaScript. Click to no longer disable JavaScript on this website. No, we had it. What happened? Why are we getting redirected? We shouldn't be getting redirected. Cosmetic filtering. Yeah, it looks like this. Then reload with JavaScript disabled to persist. Click the padlock icon so the rule is saved. Not found. Yeah, okay, we go in assets. We don't want that. Control Alt, Control C, enter. Okay, this time it's working. I don't know what we did differently. We turned it off and off again. It seems to always work. Love it when people block JavaScript. Okay. So we can make this requests here in our Chromium thingy. The thing is, I don't really know. Okay, well, let's close a few of these. I don't know why we have so many open. Burp suite. Okay, target is what? Expand branch, delete host. Yeah, sure. Oh, how do we create a new one? Burp? New? Exit. Yeah, sure. We'll just restart Burp. We don't take the least consequence action today. We're in the extremes. All right, temporary project. There we go. Next. Start Burp. Cool. Ooh. One day we'll be really good at this. Pretty soon, hopefully. I mean, pretty soon we'll be good. One day we'll be really good. We'll see how we like it, if we want to specialize in this or not. New scan, new live task. All right. Best views on streamboot.com. Yeah, yesterday we started looking at how we could remove these folks. Remove sidekick FDG, best viewers on streamboot.com. All right, save. Next, save. Okay, cool. All right, leave me alone. So how do I go there? Capturing, new live task, new task, target, open browser. Here we want to go here. But we also want to add a Foxy proxy. It seems we need to add our extensions everywhere. Mu origin. Do 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 do. The electronic arts. That's not what we're into. Where do we find new ones? Discover more extensions there. Okay. Wait, what did I get over there on Chrome? It's uBlock origin. uBlock origin. All right, let's see. It's also seems to be a no ads thingy. Let's see if it can block HTML. Oops. The fuck? The fuck are we downloading? Nah, this is too heavy. uOrigin. No. uBlock. Be a light version. Maybe there's another way to do it, just like, okay, it has been added now. Pin, filtering, remove, create, report an issue. Oh shoot, filtering, mode, no, basic, no filtering. I don't think it's what we're after, huh? Remove, let's just search block Java. Pleasure PC code downloader, JavaScript bugger blocker ultimate. 24 ratings. Let's see. Turn around, search you. Okay. Cool. Donate me, share me, rate me. Cool. Copy. Let's go over here. Chromium. All right, let's do it. Turn off JavaScript, block all. Oh, we didn't manage. Does it not work? Block all? Yeah, that's what I want. No. The fuck? Yeah. Activar JavaScript para seguir buscando. That makes sense. Oh my god, this is frustrating. This doesn't work. This don't work. God. God. Leave my life. Remove from Chromium. Fuck. Why is it so hard? uBlock. Fine, we can maybe just get the full extension. All right, ubra has been added to Chromium. Nice. ublock pin to toolbar. Okay, nothing to here to block. Really, nothing here to block. It's just doing ad block. Fuck my booty. All right, no, never mind. No one should do that. Except, no one. All right, cool. Okay, so click ublock icon. It's ublock origin, huh? Maybe it's, I need to look for this. ublock origin scope. Maybe it's this one? I don't know. Let's see. We've had so many add-ons today. No data. Chrome add-ons to block JavaScript. Toggle JavaScript. Is that one of them? What is Chromium versus Chrome? Ay, ay, ay. Challenging today. Alright, there's one called Toggle JavaScript. It's bright as fuck. Oh god, the computer's kind of slow, huh? So do I. I just want to tell you what I feel. Alright, this looks a little bit better. Add extension. Remove from Chromium, remove. Toggle JavaScript, pin to taskbar. Close this, it's way too bright. Okay, we got rogold. Oh, just by clicking it, that's how it does it. Disabled. Cool. Now we made it to here. It should show this request, no? All right, so we got here. We see secret flag, HTTP 1. Okay, cool. We made it to this point. Nice, folks. Took us way too long, but we made it. And then we make it here. One get super flag. See, to make a request to a hidden directory. It goes and gets super flag. That's it, HTTP 1. We see a request. Get. HTTP 1, okay. Head, it's in the HTML. Super flag. Super secret flag is in the title. Wait, what? It gets something from somewhere. Get super flag. HTTP 1, but we don't have equal to that. Raw. Hex. Okay, hex is useless. Hidden directory. Rickroll.mp4. Google Chrome. Not a brand. V Chromium V141. Request attributes. Get. Yeah, get rickrolled, and then there's get super flag. It just turned colorful. HTTP. Well, we don't get really the secret directory thing here anymore. Wait, get. I'm not getting the same thing. Easy downloads, ad block plus. Okay, that was a get inspector. Yeah, they get more things than we do. Then they go here into intercept is on. Proxy maybe. Ooh, so much brightness. I don't like that. Okay, why do we need to do a new one again? Why is it taking us there? Okay, whatever. This. I think we did. Oh no. Application error. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Oh no. The fuck? Oh. Oh, what the fuck? "4K remaster from 16 years ago." 4K was popular like this? My god, this thing is this is supposed to be a 40-minute. Okay, now it works. So it means that I don't know how it starts working now. Okay, cool. Does Burp Suite get it? Come on, come on. Come on. Oh. The fuck? Why do you keep opening things back and forth? Open browser. You literally took out a Chrome, Firefox. Now you want it on Chrome? What the fuck? Are you gonna give me more info now? What did they do before here? Raw hex. Okay, they went into raw. We went to raw. We saw this. They got the same thing here. Pretty much. And then here, you're supposed to get this. But then if we go into If we see, but then we see a request to a hidden directory. Where do we find the requests? This is the request. This is the response. Does this response contain a... Actually, the title is a super secret flag. Ah, okay. It's just the title. It's not like a file or anything. Inspector. Get. Inspector super secret flag. Oh man, what the fuck? I like how it blurs this out, but then you can clearly see it here. Wow, we have to find steganography in it. What the fuck? Alright, can we look for this? Like, we know the title of it. Maybe you can find it now. Control F. Pro version only. Ah, putain. Easy download library, get this. No, dark reader and get JSON. Proxy, feedback. What are all these? I don't get it. We can expand maybe. Assets, super secret flag. Raw, the response is this. So it just got this. I don't know where they got this. Okay, we can't control F because this is pro version only. The fuck? Hot babe. Should we try to look? Alright. WEX YY2 CV dash QU. Alright, parent directory. Hotbabe.png. Burp sweet community error. Hot babe. Oh man, I thought it wasn't gonna be a hot babe. I thought it was gonna be like something else. Okay, this is useless. Okay, hot babe. Alright, can we get hotbabe.png? How do we download things? I guess we can save the image as or something. Maybe it's easiest. Save it as mat and we put in downloads. And then we try to do steganography. I have no idea how to do it, so we're just going to follow along here. That was in 2022. Holy moly. Hotbabe.png. That's the way to get. We get this. Okay, so they saved it. And try to run it through something. I tried to run the image through the Appareil solve, but it wasn't loading. Okay. Okay. Let's do Appareil solve, but it wasn't loading, so we'll have to do it manually. Let's run strings on the image. Near the bottom of the output, we see something valuable. We can just string something. Let's get this. It's been a while since we've been on one of those on the command shell, command line interface. All right, so let's go to CD downloads. I think we put it. ls is hot baby here. Hotbabe.png. You want a string hotbabe.png. So here what they do. Let's run strings. That is strings. It's hot babe with an underscore. Maybe there's something else as well. All right, it's case sensitive. Where's hot babe? How's it written? With two this. Hot babe. Okay. So you can just do strings. God, there starts to be a lot of nodes, huh? Stag. How do you spread this? Steganography. Steganography. You can use strings to display the text of an image. That's like not very clear, but that's how I see it. All right, finally got an FTP. One of these is the password. Oh, okay. All right, looks like we have to brute force this. FTP user, and one of the passwords is this. Okay. All right, this, I think we can let go of the thing for now. Okay, one of these is the passwords. Maybe we should just type in this. For this and this, try this. We're not going to try them one by one, huh? That'll be cray cray. Let's create a file.txt. Let's do that. Touch. How do you do? Let's just edit it directly. We'll do nano. Password rabbit. Is there two T rabbit? I think so. Control V. The password is one of those. So we could try to manually. Honestly, there's not that many. Control X. Yes. Rabbit.txt. Cat. Rab. Oh, password. Cool. Okay, no, there's more than I thought. All right, so we're going to FTP into this shit. All right, 4. How do you do this? We're gonna do a for loop, no? For oh wait, we need to create a, how do we create a script again? You can just create, we can nano something else. Nano script. Nano script. Oh yeah, now is Portuguese, I think. Now means no, no? Alright. For I in. Oh wait, how do we start a script? Scripting. Alright, appends to a file. For I in. Start with bin bash. Bin bash for I in. Do we need to clear the variables or something? In, alright, let's see. Password underscore rabbit.txt do. Oh lord, I don't really know the format. Let's ask ChatGPT for some help here already. I need to create for loop in bin bash. Can you give me a simple example so I can do the, so I can copy your style? Do 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 do. I don't know, this is the way I want to do it. I'm not sure if it's the most efficient to kind of brute force an FTP, because we're not really brute forcing, we just know the password is one of those. Alright, ChatGPT, let's go, let's go. Oh my god, it's so slow. Does ChatGPT need a refresh? Potential security, did we disable something? Proxy. Go back. Yeah, we're using a proxy. Didn't like it too much. So do I. Do? Yeah, let's just do a simple one. Do echo I. Done. Let's just run this and see what happens. Control X. Yes. And now we want to run. So we do this, this. Dot slash is the way we run. What do you call it? Script? Wait. Okay, we need to chmod it. Chmod 600 script. Permission denied. Did we do this wrong chmod? Oh, I just returned I. What? Nano script? Yes, please. For I in password, rabbit. Doesn't it get... cat password rabbit.txt. See, there's different ones. Shouldn't it see different eyes here? Do we have right password.rabbit? Is this what we're after? Password.rabbit? That's the right thing. Password underscore rabbit.txt. That's what we have, no? .txt do this. Alright, let's do Control X. Let's just ask for ChatGPT's help. I have a file called password rabbit.txt with different passwords delimited by a line break. How do I echo the passwords one by one? Simplest bash code possible. Oh wow, what the fuck? Can't we do this with a for loop? Splits white spaces. Okay. Okay. All right. That's important to know. For it doesn't work. It's for white space, not strict line breaks. So while IFS read our password, I think we can do this, folks, huh? So nano script, we're gonna do it differently. So they're defining a new parameter, IFS equals read. I actually don't know what IFS does. Here's a simple bash code to echo password line by line. IFS equals read our password. You see, we don't really know what IFS does here. How did they do it? Try to hack me, folks. This blog, okay, they get this. Okay, so they found it. I named the file password.dic. Oh, that dic works differently. Now we can FTP connect the file. If we list the file, we can see a single file. What can we see with this? L username, pass.dic. You can put the dictionary here. All right, how can we rename a file? How can I rename a file on Linux? Or call it dictionary. MV, okay. MV, what is it called? It is called .txt, what is it? Script, or no, it is what do you call it? Password underscore rabbit. You want to call it pr.div dir that directory that dick. pr.dic is here. So now we can FTP, apparently, to the username. Oh, Hydra. What is Hydra? They're like brute forces. It's a powerful power cracking login brute forcing tool. Oh, so Hydra forces FTP. Wow, it's a lot. We're learning a lot, folks. Folks, I think we'll finish it here today. I need to go. No chatters today except for reserved. But if there was anyone watching throughout this, it was lovely having you. Yeah, it's a challenging one. I understand why it's harder to give viewers nowadays. It's just not necessarily easy to follow to see me struggle like this. Maybe it's just a phase. Hopefully I'll get it more interesting for you folks over time. It's just I feel like something that we can't avoid. Like at one point it needs to get a little bit boring like this. If we're gonna make real progress, we need to make we need to do the boring stuff too. So yeah, that's how it is, folks. Thank you very much for following. Thank you very much for those that were watching. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow in 22 hours, more or less. Just cutting it short today, yeah. Cool. See you, folks.